Hello dear viewers, my name is Rakesh and I am your host here with the webinar topic Euro USD and GBP USD Technical Analysis today. Today is 8th of September 2021. I want to introduce myself as the Dukas Copy community member. Make note that I am not an employee of Dukas Copy. All the views or the opinion or whatever the trading ideas that we are going to discuss in this webinar are my own. They have no connection with the Dukas Copy bank. As the name suggests, we will be carrying out the technical analysis of the euro against the US dollar and the British pound against the US dollar. And we have a slot of like half an hour or so. So we'll also carry out the technical analysis of other major pairs if the time permits. And in this session, we will be strictly talking about the technical aspects of trading and ignore all the fundamentals. As the technical analyst, I know that every information, whether it is political or fundamental, is already priced into the chart. So we will try to follow the charts only for our analysis. In this program, we will be only using the candlestick charts and we'll try to find out the key levels for all pairs and we'll show you how to trade from them. Now, if you are new to the technical analysis, I would request you to go to our channel page and then select the playlist and search for the profitable candlestick patterns and the profitable chart patterns playlist. It will help you in understanding what we are talking about in this program. At the end of the session, I will be taking the questions from the viewers. So I request you to keep your questions to be asked till the end. And if you think that there is any question and you cannot remember that till the end of the session, you can write that in the chat. But I will be trying to answer them in the end. And if it is relevant to the thing that I am discussing during the session, I will answer them straight away. Last but not least, everything that I say in this webinar is for information or the knowledge purpose only. So you have to do your own research before you put your hard-earned money on the line. Before we start, I want you to go through this small risk disclaimer. It is a standard risk disclaimer which suggests that trading on margin carries a high level of risk. So you should know how much leverage you are supposed to take and how much you are supposed to take the margin. And there's also one disclaimer, that's the last paragraph, that never take a trade based on what you see in this video. Okay, even if you take a trade based on this video or this webinar, that will be your sole discretion. I will not be responsible for your profits or I will not be responsible for your losses. Okay, so with this I will start the webinar, and on your screen right now is the daily chart of euro against the US dollar. So till yesterday, we had seen that the price at the time of webinar was trading at around 1847, and we were expecting the price to go to this level at least before it starts going up. But it actually went to that level yesterday and closed somewhere around 1.18399. But the surprising thing is that the price even entered below or inside the channel that we were talking about. So the range of this pair is actually expanding day by day, and now the price has witnessed buying near 1800 levels. So 1.1800 levels is acting as a support for the price, and see how this rising channel, by joining these two weekly lines, weekly lows, we got this line, and the price is now approaching this area. So on 4 hour, I am expecting actually this line to hold as the fresh resistance and to push the price lower. And if it does not hold, then we will just remove this line from our chart, because in that case we will be expecting some resistance at this falling channel's resistance line, which was resistance in the past like this. And if any candle, if any trend line holds for three points, it is a valid trend line. So we will be expecting a resistance again when the price goes here. So for the horizontal levels, the fresh support is at around 1.1800 region, and the fresh resistance is at around 1.1847 region. And this line and this falling channels resistance line will also be acting as a fresh resistance for the price if the price goes up from here. Let's talk about the Great Britain pound. It met with the resistance at 1.3886, and after that it is continuously falling down. Yesterday it gave a closing below this crucial juncture, which was a support. This was a confluence of support actually of this rising channel support line and this horizontal level. And after giving a close below, the pound actually has shown us that it is weak means against the US dollar, of course it is weak. And today good performance by US dollar has hurt GBP USD very badly, and now it is trading at these lows below, near to these lows, and has given us an intraday low of 1.3727, which is even lower than these lows here. This was a low at 1.3731. This was a low at 1.3734. So today the price has given us a lower low at 1.3727. So expect more losses in this pair in the coming time. These four lows here at around at the level of 1.3694 to 3700 level may offer the fresh resistance for the price. But this 1.3670, which we have marked based on these lows here on 8th of April and 23rd and 24th of March, these are the lows that we will be keeping an eye on when the price meets this. So 1.3670 is what I'm thinking that will be acting as a support for the price, and on the higher side 1.3795 to 1.3800 will be acting as a good resistance for the price in the GBP USD. So we have time. Let's talk about the New Zealand dollar. I think this is also going in tandem with GBP USD and Euro USD. The price is going back, but see 0.7088 is the level which we are expecting as to act as a support. See, this is the tip of these highs here, but these are the close. So this is a whole area of support. I must draw it like a rectangle actually. So this is a zone of support for the price now. So expect this support to hold. If you see some bullish price action here, maybe that will be your buying opportunity, but right now it is bearish. Right now this candle is red, and US dollar is performing very nice. So maybe because of that, New Zealand, on which we are very bullish, is still giving us a red candle on the daily basis. 0.7090 is the support where the price is trading right now, although it has given us an intraday low of 0.7075 and a high of around 0.7114. I still am bullish on this pair, but this pair has not given us any hint of a resumption of uptrend till now. So on the higher side, 0.7104 is the resistance, immediate resistance, and on the lower side, the price is actually sitting right now at the support region. Australian dollar is also, oh, you see, it has all again met with the neckline here, gave us a bearish pin bar as well as a bearish engulfing yesterday, and today there was a follow up, gave us an intraday low at around 0.7344 and high at around 0.7403. I'm expecting the price to at least go back to this area around 0.7340 and 0.7337 region. This rectangle is what I'm expecting to act as a support. Why? Because this was a support in the past also. Okay. On the higher side, we have a resistance at around 0.7426 level, and on the lower side, we have support at 0.7289. USD JPY very fast moving towards the resistance. Yesterday there was a very bullish candle, and today there is a follow up, but this high of this particular candle here around 110.41 I think is disturbing the movement of current candle. So at least the price should go to 110.49 to 110.50 region before it starts going down, or in the on the contrary, if the price is able to break higher than this and then comes back to test this level, it will act as a good support for the price, like we have shown here. Something like this can still happen here in this chart. All right, so expect something like this. If the price breaks higher, then this area will be your area that you will be looking for to open the long position. Okay, I hope you understand this part. Talking about the, oh sorry, how to, okay, and how to get it back. Where is it? All right, so USD CAD is back. Actually USD CAD was somewhere here. All right, So this is US dollar against the Canadian dollar. Right now it is trading at 1.2709, and see, it has made an intraday high of 1.2761. Actually, it has made an intraday high just in this 1 hour only. Yeah. So it has made an intraday high at around 1.2761. The price is now trading at 1.2709. Not very good for the USD CAD, although we were expecting the price to go higher at 1.2914. If these highs do not hold as the fresh supports for the price right now, then this may not be possible, and if it closes lower than this on the 4-hour even, then we can see 1.2628 again on this chart. Okay, right now 1.2706 should act as a support for the price, and 1.2628 is the next support for the price if it starts going lower. On the higher side we have 1.2914, the only resistance that is possible for this. I don't know why 1.262526 1.2760 may be acting as a resistance because of these prices here, but they are still higher. I think it is just a pullback before we see another buying happening here again. I'm not sure about it, but we'll be sure soon after seeing the price action at around 1.2706. So let us see what happens here. If the buying emerges again, like it is, I think it is emerging now, then we can see 1.2915 again in this market. Okay. Talking about USD CHF, USD CHF is currently trading at 0.9222, and it has also been bullish today because of the good performance by the US dollar across the board. 0.9241 is the immediate resistance in this market, and 0.9165 is the support based on these lows and these highs here, and after that we have a support around 0.9099 region. There's nothing, actually nothing worth talking here. The price has broken above this symmetrical triangle, but it is right into the resistance. We should have been buying this pair, but since it is already into the resistance, so there is no point even buying this pair. So maybe let it go higher than this 0.9274 and meet this falling channels resistance. If we see some bearish price action there, then that may be our opportunity to go short in this one, like I have been reiterating from here till now. So yes, 0.9241 is the resistance still, and 0.9165 is the support, and after 0.9165 is broken, 0.9099 may act as a support for the price. Euro GBP trading on the level of 0.8594 day before yesterday, or actually on 2nd of September. This price was the price was rejected from this level. Then after yesterday it was rejected, and today the price is trying to close higher than this 0.8594 levels. This is indicating that euro is still stronger than the Great Britain pound, and maybe the price will go back to this channel's resistance again before it starts going down. But for that we need to see how the price behaves at this line. Talking about the gold made an intraday low or at around $1,782, which was very close to this 780 level, which was previously support for the price actually. And now the price, after taking support there, has come back into the 1795 resistance zone. If that resist, now this is a very small zone of support and resistance. If that resistance holds, the price can go back again. Also notice how this was not only the support of 1780, this was also a zone of support which was emerging because of falling channels resistance line, which has been broken in the past, and now it may be acting as a fresh support for the price. So there's a multiple support for the price near 1780 to 1782 region. If one is looking for a buy, I think this is the area where one should be looking for a buying opportunity. Yes, see, if you see some bullish pin bar, I think this is a buying opportunity here, but let the price surpass 1795 region, then only open a buy position with a target of 1831, which is the resistance for this market now. Talking about GBP JPY, going nowhere. It is just oscillating between 152.19 to almost this level of 151.60 to 151.50 levels. I think good support is sitting at around 151.16, and the good resistance is at 152.19. If 152.19 is taken out, then the next resistance will be 152.66, and if 151.16 is taken out, then the next support will be 150.49. Looking how bad GBP is performing against the US dollar, this GBP JPY is still performing better. I think on the daily chart it will be much better. If you see, the price has not made much lower lows and is still trading at almost same levels where it was trading yesterday at this time. So maximum, I think what you can see on this chart is 151.16 if the yen remains weaker. If the yen strength resumes, then we can see prices all the way down to 149.19 also. But since the yen is weak, I think we can expect the price to go even higher, and if the yen resumes its strength, then 149.19 is possible in coming days. CHF JPY, based on this pattern here, it seems like the price is now going back to this base of 119 again, and if it since it has already closed yesterday below this horizontal level of 119.68, and today it is facing resistance at this, sorry, it is 4 hour, I should not be talking. So if the price closes below 119.68 today, then we can say safely that 119.10 may be exposed if it closes in the next 5 hours and 40 minutes below this level, which I think it will, because on the 4 hour you see after giving a close below this, the price is facing resistance at this point. So there is a possibility that the price will close below 119.68. In that case, it will expose the way to 119.10 levels. Talking about the Euro New Zealand, the price went below, then there was a small pullback, and resistance at 1.6693 seems to be holding. Euro is performing bad, New Zealand dollar is much better. So Euro New Zealand is going down, and 1.6487 is what we are expecting in this market. Of course, 1.6637 will be small support on the way down. Silver. We said that here is the possibility of going short in this pair. 24.81 was the resistance which you talked about, and now 23.84 is what we are expecting. Although you see this rising channels support line is giving full support to this this silver. If we see a close 4-hourly close below this channel support, then we can say that 23.84 is exposed. Otherwise, look for a bullish price action here. If you look for a bullish price action here, you can see 24.81 soon, and 25.62 is also possible if a closing above 24.81 is there on the 4-hourly or at least 1-day chart. Ethereum. Ethereum, after giving a very bad signal yesterday, is now trading at nowhere. Nowhere means it is still giving us a doji. It has made some lows, some highs, but now it is trading at the price where it has closed yesterday. So now there is a lot of indecision where to the price should go. Price has made an intraday range from 3220 to 3546. So it was almost $326 of range today. So yeah, it was a quite good range to trade, but yeah, Ethereum is in this. There's indecision on Ethereum, and I think it will remain for some time till the time the direction of this market is not clear. So as of now, when we are talking, 3467 is the immediate resistance for the price. 3313 is the immediate support for the price. All right, so talking about the Litecoin also has dropped from the highs, and there is an indecision forming on this one also. There has been no lower low than yesterday, and there has been no higher high than yesterday. So yeah, there is an indecision. Expect some consolidation before we see a move on the either direction. As of now, 172 is the support and 191 is the resistance for this market. All right, when we talk about the Brent seems to be holding, like on the 1 hourly at least it seems like holding, but if we see on the daily chart, it is a green candle and it is above the closing and opening of yesterday and day before yesterday's candle. 72.46 is the current price. The price actually made an intraday high of around 72.91, which was very close to 73, and see how it actually went right into the resistance. So maybe that is why it is dropping. If we see it on the 1 hour, now this drop here this drop here has pushed the USD CAD much higher. Now this rise here is pushing USD CAD down, because when the Brent's price increases, Canadian dollar appreciates, and if Canadian dollar appreciates, then US dollar will decrease in value in that. So you have to keep an eye on Brent when you're trading USD CAD. So any rise in this Brent's price will push the US dollar down against the Canadian dollar. Keep in mind. All right. So yeah, on the daily, we have the next resistance at around 75.62 and the support at 71.87 in this market. Okay, Swiss index 12,066 is what we are expecting for the for this index to maybe the price will push to 12,066 before it resumes its uptrend, and if it keeps pushing down below that, then this rising channels support line may act as a good support for the level to increase. And on the higher side, we have a resistance at still at 12,572 in this market. All right, after Swiss index, we have Euro CHF. Euro CHF has oh wow, so Euro CHF has emerged as a winner, but it is a 4-hourly chart. When we switch it to the daily chart, we see a bullish pin bar right off the resistance. It is actually going above the resistance, and if it closes the day higher than this, then it will be a very win-win situation for Euro CHF. This means that the next highs will be exposed in this one, and they will be either this rising trend lines resistance the price may face, or this falling trend line here may also be the next resistance which the price will meet. But as of now, I think we are looking for a sell at this confluence of the resistances. Okay, so 1.1000 levels, or 1.0983 to be precise, is I think the level which we should be looking at for opening a sell position in this market for the long term, of course. Okay, all right guys, so yes, this level will be one, and this level will be the next level, also based on the previous highs that the price has made on 30th of June this year. Okay, yeah, on the downside, we have a support at around 1.0884 and 1.0840 in this market. Talking about the GBP CHF, continuous bullish pin bars is suggesting that the price is going back to 1.2802. The support is at 1.2633 and resistance is at 1.2802. If we switch it to 4 hours, yeah, on 4 hours it is continuously jumping on this trend line, so expect a jump again when the price meets this line, with a small stop loss below this trend line. When the price meets this trend line, with a small stop loss below this trend line, one can aim for 1.2802. so 1.2802 is the next level of resistance, and the support is this rising trend line for dynamic support, and 1.2632 for the horizontal support or the fixed support for the market. Bitcoin, same like Ethereum and Litecoin, it is also there is an indecision. 47,057 is acting as a resistance, good resistance for the price. 43,917 is the support. If the price goes there, right now it is trading nowhere. Nowhere means there is no direction, so expect some consolidation before the price starts moving in either of the direction. Till then, stay away from the Bitcoin, just hold your horses and wait for the right opportunity. Talking about the US dollar index, from this falling channel, it has resumed its uptrend, but there is a confluence of resistance right ahead. If not today, then tomorrow, maybe day after. This resistance has to meet 93.18 is the level which I am talking about, and this rising channel support line which was broken has to be tested again if the price goes back again to the 93 to 93.18 region. In that case, there will be a lot of sellers sitting here, maybe to push the prices lower to 92.45 again. So be cautious in the US dollar. If you are going to buy the US dollar, you should be cautious about it, because 93.18 in the dollar index is the immediate resistance now, and the immediate support is sitting at 92.45. With this, we are done with this webinar. If you have any questions, you can write them in the chat. or otherwise if you are watching it after it is published as a video, you can still write your questions in the comment section and let me know what you think about the analysis, or what you want us to add in our analysis, or what you want to talk about in this program. All right, if there are no questions, then I'll wrap up this session by saying that I hope you got some idea about the support and the resistance levels that are of interest in the coming hours and coming days. Just keep in mind to never risk more than 1% of your capital on any single trade, and look for a potential profit of more than 2 times the risk, not 2 times actually, the 3 times the risk that you are going to take, because 1:3 risk to reward ratio is a very nice and very easily possible in the swing trades that we talk about. 1:2 risk to reward ratio you can take when you have like once your success ratio or the winning ratio is much more, like 80% or so, you can look for 1:2 risk to reward ratio. But when you are taking very less trades, very planned trades, you should be only risking 1% and be aiming for more than 3 times that you are going to risk. Now with this note, I shall end this webinar. Please press the like button if you find this video or webinar useful for you. Leave your suggestions in the comment section and consider subscribing to the channel for more such webinars. Also, you can join the Dukas Copy Forex community, where there are so many other things for the forex traders. The links are there in the description. I wish you a very profitable day, and thank you very much for being with us today.